Alright, so this is the third and last bed, and this is basically the sum of everything that we gathered at this garden. Not too shabby, considering that I really wasn't over here more than like 3 times, 4 times maybe this year. And I just planted the potatoes back in March. Planted the potatoes. I think I forgot to put any fertilizer down or anything that would have helped with plant growth. So anyway, considering that this is like a minimal effort, like a really bare minimum effort, I never came to water, I didn't fertilize, I didn't weed. And I got that, so it's not too bad. Potatoes are a little bit small. I certainly have had a better crop in previous years, but I am not complaining. It's really not too bad, not too shabby at all. Anyway, let's see if we can get some more. My brother's trying to sift with a fine-tooth comb now. Finding little babies, and you know what? Those little babies, little teeny pea-sized potatoes are good for eating too. Maybe you can make like a thing with like peas and potatoes, and hey, that's a meal. Alright, talk to you in a second. Alright, so now I got the troops pulling weeds for me, cleaning up a little bit because this garden is a little bit of a jungle. I mean, you should have seen it before, but anyway. Got this bed cleared. I think we got most, if not all, the potatoes. I mean, obviously there's going to be little baby, tiny pea-sized ones in there, but maybe they'll come up next year, and I'll have that to contend with. There's one back there. And then there's this bed here that's full of peppers. Well, a few anyway on the edge. I couldn't figure out what else. Dang, there was a bird that just flew right by me. Anyway, so then there's these peppers, which famously wait until September to start putting out good fruit, as can be observed over here. These are Mirasol peppers, which are not exactly doing what they're supposed to do. I guess these are, actually no, I think these are chimayos. These are chimayos. These are mirasoles. Mirasol peppers. Mirasol means look to the sun. So these are kind of pointing up to the sun, sort of. They're supposed to actually point up, but whatever. We'll forgive its non-compliant behavior. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of weeds, and you know what? It's not a terrible thing because those weeds are actually moisture retentive, so I'm going to leave that alone. I can't remember what these things are called. It's like Mercury's something or other. Anyway, I'm going to leave them alone. Peppers are fine. They're actually doing well, considering, like I said, that I have not watered a thing, I haven't fertilized anything, and these plants have been kind of fending for themselves out here. Nobody's bothered to mess with them or care for them. I don't know. Maybe that's not a bad thing. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Okay, so right now we are standing at my other community garden at 4th Street. And there's my brother holding a beautiful bouquet of zinnias that I just picked because I actually have been zinnias to pick. Now, I entered the garden and I was kind of like, well, first of all, look at this. This is like the corn that my nemesis gardener neighbor planted. It's like a forest in here. I mean, look at this. Look at those. Those things are towering at least 10 feet. I would say probably closer to 15. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Look at that. Anyway, so... Anyway, the last time I was in the garden, I think it was maybe a month and a half ago. I think I've only been here like maybe 3 times this year. And when I came the last time, the foxtails were like waist high. They were like seriously like daunting to look at them. But now I came and they're like, they've been cut down. And I mean, I know who did it. My sweet Ecuadorian friends who live a few doors over. They did it for me, which is really nice. And now I can actually walk through the garden. There was some corn that I planted, but I mean, it's all kind of... I didn't think it was going to be ready yet, but yeah, it's been ready. It dried up. Critters had a chance to eat it all down. It's gone. It's dry. There's nothing to be had there. But there are squash. And this I thought was collard greens. It turns out to be broccoli. It's doing very nicely. It looks like it'll be coming along soon. Oh, this is collard greens. Well, this is broccoli. Most of this is broccoli. I don't think that it's going to make very big heads, but it's definitely looking very healthy. And then I have a bunch of cosmos, that feathery, cloudy looking stuff. They're getting big, but they haven't made any flowers, which is a little bit disappointing. But I got tons of zinnias, which is so nice, so nice. I love zinnias. If you know my channel, you know I love zinnias. And I think this squash is actually coming from the neighbor's plot on the other side of this fence here. And of course there's more zinnias to be had, which I'm totally enjoying. And there's also these are actually kales and collard greens that reseeded themselves, and they just kind of are growing here and there, hither and yon, which is nice also because now I actually have something to look forward to. And this is some Japanese trifle tomatoes, which I planted. I did plant those, but it's not too many. I planted a few plants. Just as the other garden at 2nd Street, I haven't been here much. I haven't watered anything. This garden's basically been fending for itself. I'm gonna pick this one. It's broken. What a lovely color. Anyway, so actually there was a butternut squash, and before I realized that probably it's not coming from my plot, because I have some squashes coming from that side. We had already harvested it. I'm going to show you. It's a monster. It's a beast. Yeah, there you go. The size of that monster. Anyway, I'm taking it home. It was growing on my side of the garden, so whatever. Whatever grows over to her side, I guess she can take that. But my stuff is coming over here, and it's kind of growing along this way and going in that direction. So it's kind of hard to say which is what coming from. I planted a bunch of different squashes here. I don't even remember what I planted. Pretty sure I did plant some kind of butternut. I want to say some kind of pumpkin. Anyway, that's all there is to say about that. I'm going to say goodbye now. Thanks for watching. Say goodbye to the good folks, Ray. To all your little fans.
Oh.